Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 33, Lucky 33, of Task Force Unlikely, Pushing Your Luck. So, what's been going on? What's happening? This episode doesn't actually have most of Task Force Unlikely in it. So, at the beginning of last episode, Navira left her friends in Waterdeep before they returned from Hades and set out to meet a group of individuals who plan to Ocean's 11 Hell. They are going to... an individual named Raistlin has gathered a group of people with the plan of overthrowing Zariel by stealing Tiamat's power. So, Navira, down there, our tiefling paladin, formerly oathbound to Zariel, decided that she needed to be a part of this, in partially as the idea of overthrowing Zariel is appealing, and partially to make sure this dude is somewhat legit. Let's see. And she was joined by three new characters, played by Daniel, Liz, and Jay. Daniel is playing a blue Stygian tiefling named Arthur, who will sell you your own shirt off your back.
And also steal your soul.
Yes. Sorcerer. Liz is playing Kriv, who is a white dragon-born barbarian, who worships a white dragon from the north, and is going because they might have been tricked into going.
I believe the technical term is a himbo.
Actually, yes, I believe it is.
He is the closest thing to a good boy in this party, so...
Yeah.
Look, every party's got to have at least one.
Wait, what? Who's GFU's himbo? Wait.
Well,
Never mind.
My default. You only got one boy.
Tarvik's intelligence score is 10. Because I don't know if that's low enough to qualify.
I'm gonna cop out and just say it's Victor anyway.
I was gonna say it might be one of the nieces or nephew, or one of the nephews rather, but
There.
It's definitely Victor.
What if it's Birdsong?
Oh, poor Birdsong. And then Jay is playing Fetch, who is I don't think we discovered what class. But a tiefling with perhaps not devilish nor demon heritage, some other kind in between, related to foxes, perhaps. And found, at the very end of the episode, found a guide for the group to take them to Avernus. So.
I wonder what Fetch could be.
Who knows? Who could say? Who could say? Okay. Excellent. So, at the end of last episode, the group was split up still. So, Fetch, what would you like to do now that you have made this arrangement with the woman whose arrangement you made this with, whose name I will find in one moment?
Okay, first question for me. Does sending work between playing?
Yes, there is a chance it will fail, but it has a 95% chance to succeed.
Okay. Not relevant right now, just something I need to know.
Navira checks her sending inbox, 40 unread messages.
Navira closes her sending inbox.
We're not disappointed. We're just worried. But we're also disappointed.
If you think I prepared any spell today other than sending...
Navira puts her mind on do not disturb.
Wow, okay. Hurtful.
She's got a job to do, man.
In like the torrent of messages, there's just like one completely unrelated one from Tarbeck. It's like, hey, do you know the sci-fi password? PSIFI, of course.
Do you know how Witch works? I want to subscribe.
Victor has a channel where he makes artisan little baubles.
Navira replies back, Victor changed it, ask him.
Quick, you got a response. That's your end. Go.
Oh, another thing.
Yeah.
Also, can you like pick up milk while you're out? We're running.
Do you really want hell milk?
Yeah, what plane are you on first? Just no reason. I wanted over the milk.
The milk plate.
Happy hunting grounds. You got it. Yeah.
You're back in the Feywild.
Say hello to that guy with the rainbow sheep if you see him. He seemed to really be obsessed with me for some reason.
Slim Man Pope.
All hail. Okay. Okay.
Navira just sends back hail hands and then prayer hands.
Tarbeck angry, it sends an angry emoji.
Okay, so
Welcome to TFU, where we spend like 5 minutes on 2 characters mentally texting.
I'm gonna like create an edit of that like in an actual text chat.
it's just and in the corner 55 unread messages. Okay, so but yes, to answer your question, you can send to other planes.
It's a really roundabout way to get to that answer.
Yeah. Especially because I think we got it, and then we got on the text tangent, and now here we are.
Yeah.
Let everyone know that they have found a guide for less than a small fortune.
Okay.
Cost us gold and 0 souls.
Now that is a deal.
Think of the
I
savings.
mean, I'd gladly give up Raistlin's.
I don't know if he's using it.
Certainly not all of it.
I don't know, a guy like that.
Maybe he already gave it to somebody else.
I was gonna say, I feel like we'd have to get in line for that one.
Let's give you an IOU.
He's gonna pull a Constantine. Don't worry about it.
Honestly, Arthur will reach into his coat pocket and pull out like 4 soul IOUs. These are fucking, they're fucking worthless, these things. Just stuck them back in there.
Okay. So, yeah, the guide, whose name is Athena, said that she would meet you on the north side of the city tomorrow morning, so you all can get some sleep and rest up for the night. Is there anything you want to do in town, or do you just want to get drunk, or do you just want to go to bed, or whatever you want to do?
Kriv's gonna go get drunk.
Okay.
Would I have any contacts in this town? Because I would like to know what the manhunt situation is for Navira right now.
Yeah, you'd probably know. Smoketown's full of tieflings, and odds are that it's a lot of cross-planar travel. This is a crossroads. You can get information here. Yeah, there's probably someone Navira knows. Whether or not they are still friendly with her is almost certainly a different question entirely. But yeah, there is people you know from the cult of Zariel here.
How can I go see them without giving myself away, though? Is the question. Because, like, the last thing Navira wants right now is to be, like, have all of this absolutely go to shit and her to be captured and tortured for all eternity.
That would be bad, yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So would there be anyone who is still friendly to her?
Yeah.
You can come hang out with your best buddy Creed.
Yeah, I don't want to say no, but probably no.
Okay. Yeah, then she's not gonna take that chance. Let's go get drunk.
Yeah.
Or you could use a couple of different charming people as faces and have them gather information as a...
I trust you. Okay, what? Never mind. I can throw you pretty far. I don't trust you.
Arthur's probably just going to spend his time, swapping various minor infernal contracts, trying to get secrets, information. Generally speaking, I feel like he probably won't be able to, drum up a contract bigger than, get a fucking Marinaloth to clean your living room or whatever. But, he tries his best.
Sure, yeah, and there's plenty of people in the, I think it's the First Hope Inn.
Get a Lemure to clean your floors.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Shine like never before. Get a Lemure. That rhymed better in my head.
Ignore the trail of ooze they leave behind.
That's how you know it's clean.
Exactly.
But yeah, there's plenty of people in the First Hope Inn who are trading war stories, trading contracts, trading... it's like baseball cards.
Yeah, and I imagine there are different degrees of sort of infernal contract, and Arthur probably deals in sort of more minor ones. I doubt he would be able to get anything, at least without sort of a little bit of muscle behind him. I doubt he'd be able to get anything huge.
Sure, yeah, you're not. This isn't anything you're writing home about, but you are filling up obligations. Devils are big on not just. Devils are completionists, so they want varied contracts. So if you can fill up achievement bars back home, I got 15 of these, but I need one of those, trade one for one, you keep doing that all night. Yeah, no, people will be happy back home. It may not be, you're not getting a country's worth of souls, but
of course.
You found a shiny contract, and this is great.
Look, those IOUs, basically, they're really just ways to find loopholes in Hell's hierarchy. They don't actually... I feel like you wouldn't be able to collect on them, but you could hypothetically say, hey, this person's not letting me collect on it, and then kill them. Hypothetically. And that's Arthur's pitch, basically.
Do you have any idea how many contracts I had to hatch before I got a shiny?
Yeah, so
throwing contracts into the wild, just garbage.
Arthur is playing Pokemon. With contract. Gotta indebt them all. If that amounts to anything, I'll let Andy decide.
It's you're doing pretty good.
You want me to roll for that?
You can if you'd like a charisma check.
Okay, you're not gonna believe this. I rolled a natural 20.
Okay, yeah, you're doing great. You're getting all the contracts you want. Yeah, you got as Soup in chat said, a rare reverse hollow, a factory misprint,
Can't wait
first
to
edition,
show these off.
Alpha series, Black Lotus. You're getting all of them.
Oh, wow, I can draw 3 additional contracts with this one.
I play Contract of Greed.
This card's broke.
Oh, I think they banned this one.
Depends on the format, actually. If you're playing legacy contracts, it's everything's game.
I feel like all devils probably play legacy
Oh,
contracts.
yeah. If you don't win by turn 0, your deck is trash. It's every devil ever.
This Task Force Unlikely episode brought to you by committing to the bit.
Okay, I think I'm committed. I've committed to it a little bit too hard. What's everyone else doing?
Speaking of card games,
Mhm.
is anybody foolish enough to be having one at the tavern?
Let's see. They are indeed. They're playing Baccarat. How you play? I don't know. There's a board and a palette or something.
Can I play it by making a deception and or persuasion
You
check?
almost certainly can.
And I would like to win all of their money.
Get my other dice out.
26.
Jeez.
Okay, let me see if anybody even comes close. Nope. Yeah, and you win 75 gold.
Give, like, Fetch and Arthur 2 hours, and they'll own the bar. I guarantee.
I don't think Arthur would like his new business partner.
No, probably not.
It's truly a match made in hell.
Alright. So, what, we heading to the, how's-it-call-it?
Well, so Kriv and Navira, you're getting hammered?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Absolutely. Just knocking it back.
Yeah, there is the bartender is an older dragonborn, and kind of skinny for a dragonborn, you'd say. But really, really long, like, head frills. Like, they're really old. And they walk with a visible limp and have a walking stick. But they're, they're attentive and filling your drinks. Occasionally bringing out top-notch stuff and not charging you anymore for it, and just kind of nodding and pouring color. Red Dragonborn. Pardon me. Yeah.
Oh, I can't tell if I'm gonna puke from the anxiety or the booze. How you doing, big boy?
You just see Kriv just like knocking back shocks, like he didn't, like it's not even registering with him right now. He's a big boy and he can take it.
It's my kind of people.
Hi, yes, I'm
Mother.
Barbarian. Ask me about my con save.
What's Kriv's drink of choice?
Booze.
Booze. Okay, yeah. I'll take
What's
your
available?
finest. I'll take your finest booze, please. I'll take your most plentiful booze, please. Let me rephrase that.
Stick my head out of the tap and let it loose.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, yeah. So the two of you get drunk. Arthur and Fetch are making various enemies and friends all at the same time. And yeah, a couple other people from the group are hanging around, but slowly and surely, everyone goes up to bed. And yeah, do you want to try and get some sleep, or do you want to close out the bar?
You cut it out a little bit there.
Sorry, do you want to get some sleep or like close out the bar?
Close out the bar.
Okay. Is
Arthur.
Mhm.
Arthur will get some sleep.
Okay. Arthur heads upstairs. Navira's closing out the bar. Fetch and Kriv.
If everyone's going to bed, Kriv will just lie down on the floor and go.
Just here in the bar?
I don't think he spent too much time in civilization, so he doesn't realize what rooms are.
Okay. Where are my furs? This place sucks. Okay, so Kriv finishes a shot and just lays down onto the floor next to you, Navira.
Yeah, that seems about right. At this point, she's not really even drinking anymore. She's just sitting there, like, staring into the bottom of her glass. Just intently.
The Dragonborn bartender will come over to you and say, "You want something to, like, sop that up? I can reopen the kitchen."
Just water.
Yeah. Let me go strain it. Come back.
Like a good idea.
Bring you some water, and he kind of pulls something floating out of it.
Oh, well, it ain't holy water, but it'll do.
Yeah, not going to find a lot of that around here.
Can't imagine you would. Probably kill me anyway.
Kind of looks at you and looks at the sword on your back, and you're still wearing your mask, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
She hasn't taken it off.
Yeah, you're like a JRPG character right now.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, it just kind of looks at your sword, which is pretty holy symbol-esque, and looks at you and says, "It'd kill you? You
Oh, yeah.
sure about that?"
I mean, I'm not too keen on finding out, but...
Who is? Well, it wouldn't be a far trip if you think it would kill you. I mean, hell's basically right there.
Yeah, I know, I can feel it. Not if I had made myself sick on booze, that I wouldn't feel the sick that proximity to hell's given me, but now I just feel twice as sick.
Yeah, that's trying to build on some shaky foundation there, friend.
I know. Not really being presented with a whole lot of other solutions.
I mean, well, you paid a price to get here, presumably. Someone can show you home if you are having second thoughts. No one's going to make you go to hell unless you die and are made to go to hell.
I mean, I feel like at some point something's going to catch up to me and make me go to hell unless I take care of this now.
Yeah, that's certainly a way to look at it. It's hard to live your life looking over a shoulder. He pours himself a drink and Does your friend want a blanket or like a pillow?
He's probably fine. Tell from the looks of him, he's slept on worse floors than this. You keep it clean, by the way. It's good on you.
Do my very best. It's it's last bit of civilization before hell. You kind of got to make it feel at least a little like you're not about to go to hell.
Oh, with all that crying and that bingo and bongo over there made those people do, I'm impressed you were able to keep it as spotless as it is.
It's... yeah. Friends of yours?
Unclear. And she'll slap the gold piece on the table and retire.
Okay. And he'll start to clean up, but it's not too bad because you're he had been slowly cleaning around you ostensibly. Okay. You head back up to your room. Just imagine the lights shut out and you can just see Kriv face up snoring. But yeah, anybody want to do anything else before bed? Okay. So in the morning, people rise at various times. There's a good buzz kind of going around the inn. And people are out the door by a little after first light, and Raistlin still seems pretty drained from his the price he paid, which seemed to be years off of his life, and he's still leaning on alternating between having the ogre help him around and the tiefling named Tribute. But he kind of keeps putzing around and making sure everyone hasn't lost their nerve. And walks up to all of you variously and asks how you are doing. The look in his eyes says he doesn't quite care, but he does want you to answer.
Oh, well, just enjoying a bit of business. I'm not the one who enjoys to stop my work. If you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life, let me tell you that much.
Okay. Great.
Good to see you, Raistlin.
You too. Dude. I don't know what to say.
What is the lingo the kids are using nowadays?
Hello, fellow young people. But yeah. Comes up.
I just had a funny image, like how corporate speak. Like we have to synergize our energy, and that's just infernal.
Oh yeah,
that's what infernal is.
1,000%. In one of my home campaigns, the final boss was an archdevil, and his lair was a boardroom. And they interrupted him giving a PowerPoint presentation.
Look, Asmodee's associates.
I had to sit through so many of those.
Kriv, he approaches your perch on the floor and kind of very gently taps you with his staff.
Oh. I don't know. Kriv is a very heavy sleeper. Probably wasn't feel that.
He's not a very strong man. But it looks like he winds up. Let's see. I'm gonna make him roll for this. That's not great. What's your armor class?
Oh man, I don't even know. 14.
Okay, Yeah, he kind of whacks a little harder and nothing. You don't feel anything. And just kind of stares at you and moves on. He'll wake up when he does. It's fine. Yeah, and Fetch, are you awakened down here at any decent hour?
I mean, am I awake? Yes.
Sorry about that.
Am I in the bar? It depends how good the coffee in the bar is. It's a bar, so probably not very good.
It's not terribly nice, no. I mean, it's serviceable, but for your standards, it's probably fairly low.
It's a slightly nicer cafe across the street, and you can definitely see Fetch sitting outside there at a table.
Okay. Smoking a long cigarette. Drinking some terrible coffee drink that's fancier somehow, because it doesn't have sugar or milk in it, the things that make coffee good. Yeah, okay. Eventually, Raistlin will be like, we're down one, and kind of look across the street. Whatever, it's fine. And then he'll find you, Navira.
Navira will look at him and be like, you didn't even try. And then she's going to walk over to Kriv and try and wake him up.
Okay.
In the way that only she knows how, which is to let out the loudest possible roar that she possibly can right in his face.
That wakes Kriv up.
Like, and that's how we do it in the army. Just gonna...
Raistlin will nod, and he'll say, yes, I not as bold, perhaps.
Couldn't tell.
It hurts to talk, so... But after you scream Kriv awake, Raistlin waits for you to kind of disengage with him a little bit, and comes up to you and says to Navira, or says to you, Navira, "Are you okay?"
No.
Okay. I kind of need you to be, like, with us, you know?
Oh, I'm with you.
Good.
Doesn't mean I'm okay.
That's... Sure. He says, I've heard about how some of this will go down. At some point, someone's going to have to, prove their mettle. It could be something simple. It may not be fighting, kind of points at Kriv, or cunning. It will be a test of heart. And you are almost certainly going to have to do that for us.
Oh, for the love of all... Oh, God. Okay. Alright. Cool. Fine. Thank you for at least telling me now, so that I can prepare.
Yes.
Because that would have been a hell of an egg to drop on when the time came.
I can see that you need a moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Mhm.
I'm going to
There are
order...
just a million scenarios running through my mind right now.
Just going to order you a drink and walk away.
Coffee, 2 sugars.
Kind of trying to get the bartender's attention, and the bartender's he's like, yeah, I got it. And brings pours you a cup and adds 2 sugars, and then just drops the carafe of coffee next to you.
Eggs.
Arthur will, like, think the whole pot is there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Arthur will, like, sort of try to reach out, and then maybe not, because she looks very much like she would not want to share that coffee.
The Dragonborn will look at you and say, "Coffee is for closers, Arthur." Nailed it. But waiting to use that one.
I don't know if there's a meaner insult you could give Arthur.
No, Arthur's gonna turn away, and he'll cry a single tear, and that tear will freeze as it hits the ground. Said I'm not a closer.
Let me play you a song on the world's smallest mandolin.
That's cold. And I'm from Stygia, so like I know cold.
The motto of Stygia is always be closing. And Alec Baldwin's there to yell at you. Okay. So, coffee's around, people are kind of putzing about, and eventually Raistlin is just like, "Yeah, we're going, everyone. Let's come on. Herding fucking cats."
You got a group of people who wanted to go to Hell, Raistlin. I don't expect it.
Burn. Whole day shot. Burning daylight.
Just pat him on the head.
Other things my dad would say.
Does that layer even have night and day?
It's excellent point, Arthur.
From
I know
what I
some of
remember,
them
it's
do.
just
Some of
endless
them
fields of blood. If
Yeah,
there
that
was,
sounds-
we didn't notice.
See, there's no blood in Stygia because it all kind of just freezes and coagulates. It's not. It's much cleaner, but it's probably equally as gruesome.
There is blood, it's just much more solid.
Gross. Okay.
It's absolutely disgusting.
Yeah, does anyone heed Raistlin, or are you all going to go at your own time because of your cats?
Nah, I'll heed race.
Okay, either answer is acceptable.
I mean, the real question is, does anyone else but me know where we're going?
It depends on if you told people, so probably not.
I told people I'd found a guide.
Okay. Hey, let's get going. And also, where? Where are we going? Anyone? I hate this. I'm the one with the plan.
Waves from across the street again.
Great.
I'll go wait with Fetch, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, they're just waiting for, like, Raistlin to get everyone else herded.
It's like you're on a field trip and they do a head count.
Yeah. Okay. Does everyone have their buddy? The buddy system works. Okay, so eventually people... And they head across the street to Fetch, and yeah, it's kind of like an awkward field trip. Racing kind of at the front, and a bunch of, like, you know, baby ducks behind him straggling. And they're all... Most of them are taller than him. He's not a very large man. And you... Navira, you see that Dim and John are kind of keeping their head down and amongst the group. Dim seems to have calmed down a little bit.
Hey, Dim, do I have an offer for you?
No.
But, well, I've learned my lesson. I've had character growth. So, I don't think it's going to work.
Hey, John, you know what? Never mind.
Just piercing.
Just not talk to that guy.
So, Athena, at the outskirts of town, is clearly waiting for you all and kind of picking her nails with a dagger. And as soon as you start to approach, she picks up her quiver and bow and slings it across her back and puts the dagger away, and is looking for Fetch and kind of does like a power move of like sees Raistlin thinks they're in charge, and then no, Fetch, and asks for payment and confirmation of services required.
Slow turn to Raistlin. Because I might be the one that they consider in charge. I'm not paying for shit.
Yeah. Raistlin, slow turn to Navira.
You have the money, dude.
Raistlin does? You guys took the money last time.
Oh, that's right.
Sorry.
Arthur will fish around in his coat for those weird contracts from earlier.
She's gonna hand Raistlin back the money.
Okay. What about the soul coins?
Those two.
Okay.
She doesn't want anything to do with those. She doesn't want any sort of transaction between it's not within her immediate vicinity to be on her.
Okay. Put those back in his pocket. He'll take out some gold and look at Athena and ask about price, and she'll tell him, and he kind of sighs and hands her the gold and puts his change back in his bag. And she says, excellent. Passage for 15 to Avernus. Everybody keep tight. There's going to be some stuff you see along the way. Most of it's not real. I'll tell you when we have to start to worry about it. There might be some guards. It's usually not that big a deal. A group this size, kind of looking at you, and this rough, well, no, you're not angels. It'll probably be fine. And she puts her hood up and kind of adjusts her horns so they stick out of the hood, and starts to trudge forward.
Single file march or what?
Yeah, that she says that would be best. It the path can get narrow at sometimes, and it hides our numbers.
Okay.
So you start.
So long as nobody has a really long spear, we'll be fine.
Yeah, you guys are lightning bolt fodder right now, but so you all start walking into the smoke outside of Smoketown. And you only walk through the smoke for maybe 15, 20 feet before it breaks off again and it clears. And behind you, you still see the smoke, but the pathway in front of you opens. And it's this tiny, very narrow, as she says, winding path. It's a stone path on just like a blasted field. It's none of you were in Hades. It looks a bit like Hades. So it's just kind of this gray waste with a gray stone path. And she says, stay on the path. And Raistlin kind of smirks, and you all start winding and walking your way through. As you do, after walking for maybe an hour or so, you've probably trudged 4 or 5 miles at a decent pace march. You start to hear what can only be described as the wailing of the damned. It sounds like people just dying all around you. And if you ever look off into the distance, you occasionally see what looks like the ghosts of soldiers kind of clashing and then falling away. And there's just kind of spectral skirmishes breaking out and then quickly dissipating all about you.
Oh shit, I know that guy.
And yet, people associated with the Hells might see people they recognize.
Do I recognize?
You definitely see some soldiers you knew.
All right, staring straight ahead and not trying not to look at them.
Okay. Okay. You all walk another 2-3 hours. The screams and the spectral battles become more and more frequent, almost to the point where they never cease, and they don't quite dissipate anymore when they clash. It now looks like a spectral battle is taking place all around you. And you can see the path ends maybe 600 yards in front of you, and you can see this very skinny, sad-looking tree, but it appears to be made of gold. And Thena will turn to look at Raistlin and says, I mentioned you need like the pure of heart person, right? I definitely mentioned that, and if I didn't, no refunds. And Raistlin kind of squints at her and says, "You didn't, but it's fine. Navira, pick a branch."
Fine. She'll pick one up.
Okay, yeah, so you walk the last bit of distance, and as you approach, you can hear voices more distinctly that you recognize, kind of crying, various battle cries, saying, flank on the left, that kind of, it's not like anything heartfelt or meaningful. It's just kind of stuff you remember as this happened on the battlefield. Like, this is getting a little more specific at this point. And you walk up to the tree, and you can see that a couple different places on it, there have been branches that have been clearly broken off. And you find one, and you very effortlessly, as if like the tree wants you to take it, you snap one off.
All right.
Pardon me. And the spectral battlefield ceases, and you can see that the golden tree is now on the bank of the river Styx. And a ferryman pushing a rather large ferry kind of comes up and says, "Fucking primers. Where are you going?"
Some might call it
Fetch
home.
laughs, first of all.
Home. He kind of looks at you. That could be any of them. Tiefling. Avernus. Excellent.
And if you could make sure we get there without any issues, and then Arthur will pull out one of the sort of minor contracts from his pocket and hand it to the ferry person.
Thanks. Yeah, okay. Kind of tucks it, and Raistlin hands him a small stack of gold as well. And he's like, "Score." And everyone gets in. He says, "No one fall overboard. We don't make stops. Avernus." And starts pushing away.
Keep all arms and legs and other limbs inside the ferry at all times.
Emergency exits are here,
Question.
here.
I have the shape water cantrip.
The river Styx is not technically made of water.
Never mind. I
Yes.
was gonna try and bottle some for later.
Ooh, yeah, you can, but you would
I
have
don't
to
wanna
try
stick my
and
hand in
touch
there.
it. Yeah,
Actually, wait. I have mage hand.
you can certainly try.
Could I use mage hand to hold the flask because I collect river Styx water?
Sure.
I mean, I ain't touching that stuff.
Yeah, yeah. If you use Mage Hand and dunk it in there, you give me an Arcana check.
Okay. That is an 11.
Okay. You would know that the water from the river Styx tends to lose its magical properties after about 24 hours.
Okay.
And
Still gonna keep it.
Yeah, yeah. And with an 11, you don't know any way to navigate around that. But yeah, it'll work for 24 hours.
Pocket sticks.
Kriv spends his whole trip like leaning over the side of the boat like a dog would, and it's pointing things at the surrounding area and asking the ferryman what is.
Oh my god. Why me, Asmodeus? Why me? Says it's a demon or a fiend or a devil. Pick one.
At least no one's playing music to him this time.
Do I have any instruments? No, I do not have any instruments. Never mind.
Just he answers your questions, Kriv, with the least enthusiasm imaginable.
After every answer, he said. After every answer, Kriv says, "I could probably take him."
It's just okay, great. Who brought the himbo? I don't know what that cat is doing. Okay.
Cat stuff.
Cat stuff is what it sounds like back there. Okay. So you all ride along the ferry, and as you do, the plane sort of snap changes to a red, hazy battlefield where you can see volcanoes in the distance and the sharp mountain peaks and what looks like a fortress and the river Styx winding throughout it, and just various piles and piles of corpses that slowly like decaying back into the ground, like faster than real life decay, but it's kind of like you can visibly see them like melting ostensibly. And, fireballs crack across the sky. You can see devils rather, flying about. And, yeah, Navira, welcome home. This is Avernus.
Navira swallows the bile that's rising in her throat right now.
Mm-hmm.
And, just pushes the mask on tighter around her face.
Arthur keeps trying to ray of frost the top of the water. I don't know if that would work. Or the Styx river.
It does like it doesn't seem to freeze the water, but wherever you hit with the ray of frost, it makes like a snowflake pattern, and it kind of like ripples out like that. So it's like touching from each point of the snowflake is smaller snowflakes, and it kind of does that whenever you hit it. So it looks pretty, but it doesn't seem to be freezing it or anything.
Do some art.
I love that this is the river Styx, And Arthur is playing with it like a child who found a trickle of water running through dirt.
Yeah, what's the problem?
Okay. So. As you are slowly sailing, the ferryman turns to you all, and it's like, okay, well, we're in Avernus. Where in Avernus? And Raistlin says, Tiamat's cave. Cool. Great. Fucking rad. And yeah, just kind of picks up the pace the tiniest bit. As you all are sitting on the ferry, a giant black bird a thrush with a long sharp beak, and it's wearing a belt, starts to circle the boat, and then it lands on the shore, and it's kind of like hopping along, and it says, hey, where you guys going? You got that hot gas? What's up? And Navira, can I get a intelligence check?
Oh, notoriously good at those. Got a 3.
Okay, yeah. You are not familiar with this individual, but just kind of, hey, what's up? Where you guys going? Where you come from?
Obviously not saying anything to it.
You got that hot gas? I got some hot gas. Did you know Dis is feeding poor people to somebody? I don't know. That's what I heard from the last group of primers that came through here. They were cool. Something about overthrowing him or something. I don't think that worked. What's up?
Kriv Liz, where'd you get that cool belt?
Oh, cool. Made it myself. Thank you very much for noticing, my dude.
Thanks, man. Can you make me one?
Well, yeah. What do you got to trade for it?
And Kriv will just like look around and be like, I don't know. I got fur.
Fur's pretty cool. I do like gossip and rumors, though, if you got any of that.
Oh, you want to hear a good rumor?
Sure. Yeah, kind of. Hopping a little closer. Kind of trying to, hop along the side of the... Occasionally flaps its wings to kind of, catch up to the boat. Yeah, what you got, my friend? What you got, Broseph?
Oh, no. After this, I how sad I'm going to be about this. We're going to go talk to some dragon lady, and then the eternal winter is going to happen.
Whoa, okay, that sounds rad. I heard some giants were trying to do that. Did they win?
I don't know. But it's going to be super awesome.
Cool. Tight. Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Power is active.
What kind of skin do you want this belt made of? I have people or smaller people.
I don't know, man.
Smaller people, the leather's more supple. You know, halflings, they have this moisturizing treatment that they do.
Yeah, but I mean, if it's big people, wouldn't that be more skin? So
you have to kill less of them. Maybe. Just kind of. Yeah, the big ones. You got it.
Yeah.
Seems to pull a belt out of its belt, with its big long beak, and then just kind of tosses it onto the boat. And Raistlin is just staring at you Are you fucking kidding me right now?
No one's gonna stop him. Creep's just gonna keep going.
Okay, yeah.
This guy's hilarious.
What else would Kriv like to say?
Creep was like, yeah, it's gonna be super cool. We're all going. You wanna come?
Right, you're trying to like overthrow. What are you doing? You're trying to big dragon. I know about the big dragon. What are you trying to do about it? Endless winter. That doesn't sound like her jam.
Hey, Kriv, what's that over there?
But what? Creep will just look.
Oh, no, you must have just missed it. Oh, well, I'm sure we'll pass another one.
What'd I miss?
As the bird guy is trying to follow us, I'm going to give him like a death stare and use like I will use thaumaturgy, I think is something. No, wait, I'll use prestidigitation to make myself look all scary.
Okay.
Just so he just stops following us.
Okay, I am like a greater devil, my dude. But I get the vibes you're putting off, and I dig it.
Okay, what if I give you this? Will you fuck off?
Oh, probably.
I'm gonna give him one of the lesser contracts.
Okay.
It's like, oh yeah, have a bone devil muck out your stables or something like that.
Got like 15 of these anyway. Here you go.
If you want to free up a weekend, you know.
Yeah, and yeah,
I don't have stables.
He'll kind of fly over and pull it out of your hand and say, and kind of, okay, cool. All right.
All right, have a nice day.
You do.
Do business again sometime. And they say I'm not a closer.
How many hit points do you have, Kriv? It's got to be like 1,000,000.
Let's see. I have... where am I? Oh, 95.
Okay, yeah, that's not worth it. Okay. Raistlin is just death staring you. Are we done making friends?
Oh, you can never have too many friends.
I don't know, Raistlin, how much time you got?
Okay. Okay. So. My page went away. There it is. Okay. It went up there. It was like, this can't have gone away. It had important stuff on it. Okay. So. As you approach, or not, as you continue to sail, you can occasionally see other various devils and demons kind of floating about, occasional skirmishes and battles. And then on the side of the road, side of the river, looking very, very sad, is... it's terrible is what it is, but it looks like... Okay. It's got the head of a lion, the body of a toad, and then big bird wings.
Normal and cool.
And it's the size of like a Great Dane, roughly, kind of that height. So it's a big fat toad. And it's just kind of like staring at the... Go ahead.
It's shaped like a friend.
And it's just sitting on the side of the banks of the river Styx and just kind of looks... It like tries to use its lion head to like clean its little feet, but that doesn't work. And it's just... Oh, I can't even catch flies. And... you start to sail by, and he says, Oh, primers, take pity on me, please.
And what, throw you one of our youths, or what?
No. Perhaps one of you is a powerful wizard or cleric. You can undo my curse.
Oh, I really only bestow curses. I don't undo them.
Yeah, he kind of like flops over to look as sad as possible. Like, please.
You're
Most of my
talking to
measures
the
are
wrong
preventative.
group of people.
It's just kind of fine.
Do I have anything in my list of minor contracts I can use?
To free him of this curse? Almost certainly not. It looks like he's been cursed 4 times.
If you trade in 3 of these and 1 of these,
Yeah,
maybe you could... never mind.
The wings don't even match. Like, it's just sad. And he's kind of just oozing. I'm like, oh.
Just, keep going, keep going.
Come back. There's always next time. Catch you on the way out, then. Okay. So. You all are continuing to sail, ignoring that creepy toad. And up ahead, a battle is reaching a feverish pitch, and it looks like the devils have won. And there's a small group of devils, and they look like... I can do alphabets. Oh. Did I miss it? Oh, they're under D, not F. I know what I'm doing. Okay. So the first group, the main contingent look like that.
Oh, them.
And they seem to be led by that.
Metal.
And they've just dispatched a group of demons. And they see you all on the river Styx. And the flaming knight points at you all and barks something. And
Arthur salutes immediately.
And the creepy baby head things, a couple of them walk through the river Styx, and then they flank the river and they put their halberds across the river, and the ferryman slows up, and he looks at the fiery anti-paladin and says, "They've paid their fare. What do you want?" And kind of looking over them, the paladin says, "They're clearly adventurers. You let adventurers into the hells, and not the proper way, by letting them die."
I have a business card.
I'll take that. Always proper to exchange information. Lawful evil.
Mm-hmm. Of course. Lawful evil. He says in canon.
Let's see. Raistlin says, We don't have time for this. Wait, really? You're picking on adventurers? Wait, I don't get it.
Raistlin, I'll handle this, please.
Okay. I have a backup plan.
Look, I assure you, I've taken this route plenty of times. I actually, like you see on my card, I am, well acquainted with the Hells. I have quite a bit of business here. I wasn't born here, but I do consider it a second home of sorts. And you'll notice I work for Levistus, and he would probably not want to see me get stopped. But I understand you have a job to do. Just
the devil leans forward and says, "You work for Levistus, who is not the Lord of the First. If you worked for Zariel, perhaps we would give you heed. But last I checked, Levistus had his ass frozen in a block of ice, and he's not coming for me. So I'm going to ask you to either turn around or start handing over souls."
We got any souls?
Raistlin says, "Fuck that," and puts his hand up and casts sleep and knocks 2 of the devils out, and everyone else roll initiative.
For the love.
Have spells other than sleep, Raistlin.
No, I don't.
Yeah, wow.
And now I gotta take a nap.
I rolled a 22 for initiative.
I rolled a 16.
15.
9.
Okay, let's see. 22. 9. Oh, that's hit points. Crap. Okay, let me undo everything. Undo everything I did.
Ever?
Yep.
That's a lot of undoing.
I apologize for everything I've done. That's not true. Running count. Here we go. Okay. So let's see. Arthur was 22.
Yeah, Arthur was 22. I lucked out. I rolled another nat 20.
Fetch was 9. Kriv?
16.
16. Navira?
15.
15. Okay. Tarbek, you get to go first.
Who's Tarbeck?
Sorry. Arthur. In my character runner, it says Tarbek. So
Let's face it.
Yeah.
Come on, Tarbeck would never roll a 22 on an initiative roll.
well, no, that would be literally impossible, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
But how close are these monsters together? The little doodads and the Narzagon. I mean, the mysterious fiery knight. I certainly don't own more than that in some of foes.
So the Narzagon is okay. Yeah, so the Maragons are 2 adjacent to each other on each side of the river. They're 15 feet apart. So it's 2 pairs, 15 feet apart. And then the Narzagon is 10 feet behind one of the pairs.
And how many would a cone of cold be able to get, hypothetically? A cone of cold being I believe a 15-foot cone. Or, 1 second. Cone of cold being how many? Yeah, 60-foot cone, actually.
60-foot cone. How wide's the cone? 60 feet?
60 feet.
Yeah, I guess all of them then.
Cool. I'm going to do that. I'm going to cast Cone of Cold. And because of my elemental affinity, or my elemental mastery, elemental adept rather, they don't get, if they have cold resistance, they do not have cold resistance. Their cold resistance is cancelled. And I get to re-roll any ones I roll on the spell are 2s. And also I get to add my charisma modifier because I am a dragon sorcerer man. And I'm going to cast it with a meta magic. I'm going to use Heighten and I forget what that does.
Does it mean they have disadvantage on spell saves?
Yes, they have disadvantage on spell save. So I'm gonna cast a heightened cone of cold. So they all have to make Constitution saving throws at disadvantage.
Okay. They have magic resistance, so they just roll them flat.
So I guess it's regular.
Okay. The Maragons will all fail. The Narzagon will succeed.
Okay. Now, that's 8d8 damage. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wow, those are good numbers. Okay, that is 43 points of damage.
Okay. Oops. Oh, that's handy. Okay.
Obviously the Narzagon takes half of that.
Mm-hmm.
And I will... I don't think I can do anything else, so I'll just end my turn.
Okay.
And sort of blow the icy mist off of my finger. Or I guess my staff.
Okay. Okay, the Maragons all look like crap now.
Should have bottled up. It can be quite chilly out here.
Okay, they... Okay. Navira, 20 to hit.
That does indeed hit.
Okay. So the Maragons drop their halberds and pull out heavy crossbows, and they fire 2 shots at you. One of them bounces off your Tarbeck tough armor, but the other one catches you in a weak point of it, and you take 7 piercing damage. And then Kriv, same thing. So another one, or they all take out the crossbows and shoot into the crowd. One of them just misses wildly, and the other one catches you for 7 piercing damage.
Wow.
And it is your turn, Kriv.
Kriv would like to rage.
Okay.
And when he rages this time, you get because he's a storm barbarian, so he gets a 10-foot aura around him. Everyone gets, I think, 4 temporary hit points.
What?
Thank you.
And then Kriv will launch himself at the big guy and attack him recklessly.
Okay.
Okay. So that on the first hit, that's a 17 plus 8 is 25 to hit.
Is a hit.
I have a special thing, right? I got that crystal.
Mm-hmm.
So that is I figured out D&D Beyond.
Mhm.
So that is 11 slashing damage and then 5 cold damage for 1 hit.
Okay.
Next attack is... next attack is 17 to hit.
17 is a miss. So so your first attack, your weapon digs deep into him, and he kind of staggers backward and deflects your second attack with his big shield.
I guess we'll keep with this Ender's turn, just like growling at the guy.
Okay. Navira.
Alright. I'm going after the big guy as well. 19.
19 is a miss.
Fuck. Okay, we'll try that again then.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's worse.
Okay.
So that's really all I can do.
Okay.
Also, I'm not using this dice anymore. It has led me astray.
Okay, Raistlin will go. And he heard your complaint about casting sleep. So, he will instead cast something a little more...
Sleep, but at a higher level.
Oh, he did! He cast it at a really high level. Arguably a worthless... It was not a good plan.
I didn't even know devils could be put to sleep.
Probably not, but he's a very powerful wizard.
Fair enough.
It's also like his... It's what I consider one of his iconic spells. Okay. Ooh, that's a good one.
Oh, so I forgot to do this. Those Narzagons actually took an extra 4 damage because of my charisma mod. I forgot to add that. I don't know if that kills them or whatever.
It wouldn't have. It puts them very close, though.
To self.
Okay. Raistlin will say some words in some gibberish language and kind of grip his staff and put his hand towards the banks, and 5 beams of purplish blue energy will strike the ground, and 5 zombies will rise. And that is his turn. And it is Fetch's turn.
Are the little things immune to being frightened?
Yes, you think they are.
Hold, please. Doesn't change the overall plan, but it changes the specific. Okay, I would like one of them to make me a charisma saving throw.
Okay. Which one of the big ones or one of the little ones?
Oh, one of the big ones.
Okay. Or I guess the big one. Oh. 18?
Barely.
Sorry. What were you trying to do, and what would you like to do, if anything else, for the turn?
I might have been casting Crown of Madness.
Oh, nice. Would you like to do anything else?
Maybe. Nope, I don't have anything else as a bonus action, so I'm just gonna kind of be in the crowd.
Okay.
Get as many bodies between me and the enemy's weapons as I can.
Okay, it's just kind of... Get low, get low. Okay. The Narzagon will go. Ooh. Oh, and actually, the Maragons can be charmed, so they are subject to sleep. So the Narzagon will ask all of you to... Oh, wait. Navira, what's your aura do?
It's +3 to all saving throws.
Don't you have a new aura as well?
You and creatures within 10 feet cannot be frightened, or you are conscious.
Okay. The Narzagon attempts to frighten you all, but Navira's aura cancels it.
Suck it.
And he kind of glares at you, and he pulls out a fiery lance from his pouch, and he just kind of almost like levitates under his arm, and he points it at the boat, and he fires 3 Hellfire Lances.
Mamma Mia. Question, is this something I can counterspell?
It is
a good point.
not. It's an action. It is not a spell. It is technically...
I figured.
Yeah, it's technically his weapon, but... Okay. That's going to be a hit. Okay. Kriv, 24 to hit.
Yes.
And Navira, 15 to hit.
That's not.
Okay. So, Kriv, you
Carbon
take
tough.
11 piercing damage.
Yeah.
Plus...
Is that halved? Kriv is raging.
Kriv is raging. So you take 5 piercing damage and 16 fire damage.
Ow.
Raistlin is not raging, so he'll take all of that.
This dude gonna die before he can even carry out his plan.
Okay. Who's next? Oh, I'm just like... She already went. That's because she's in here twice. Arthur.
All right. Sort of this cold wind is whipping around Arthur as he's casting all these spells. And you see his jaw sort of open up into a mandible. In this really disgusting fashion. As he sort of just kind of goes into this trance. And he is going to cast, first of all, a Ray of Frost on one of the Narzagons. I think that's an attack roll. Or, sorry, not one of the Maragons.
Okay.
I hope this hits. That is a 22.
Is a hit.
Okay. So that's 2d8 plus 4. That is a total of 15 points of damage.
Okay, that will kill a Maragon.
And I'd like to quicken spell Hold Monster. So wait a second. Can I use 2 meta magics at once?
No, unless it says you can. There is one that lets you that says you can use it in addition to other meta magic, but other than that.
So could I quicken that cantrip and then use a different meta magic on? You know what? I've already made my bet. I'm gonna lie in it now. I am going to use another. Can I use 2 in 1 turn on different spells? Is what I'm asking.
Right, and I think let's see. Oh, you can only use one on a spell. It's not. It doesn't say on your turn. It says a spell.
So can I use Quicken on that one, and then I'd like to cast Heightened Hold Monster on the Narzagon, if possible.
Yeah,
I know there's the rule that you can't cast 2 spells in 1 turn.
Oh, I let you guys do that. That's fine.
Oh. Whatever. I shouldn't have used the extra slot anyways, but I will cast Heightened Hold Monster on the Narzagon.
Okay.
Really hope this works.
What kind of save is that?
That is a... Sorry, give me a second.
Sure. Nope.
That is a Wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
I don't know if he has magic resistance, but...
He does, so he just makes a flat roll.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. And he doesn't get a big boost to Wiz. He rolls an 8.
He rolls an 8?
Yes.
Okay, well, he's held. And then Arthur is going to say something cocky like, "Must I do everything myself?"
Okay.
All right, Kriv, it's open season.
Yeah, okay.
Whack, whack, whack.
Okay. The Maragons, seeing their leader has not fallen, but is unresponsive, will attempt again to fire their crossbows. Okay, let's see. It's going to be 2 hits on Kriv, so a total of 6 piercing damage, and that includes your halved. And then 1 hit on Navira for 7 piercing damage.
Boo.
Okay. And then Kriv, it is your turn.
Gonna
Someone's
smack
about to have a bad day.
I'm gonna smack this guy in the face. I guess I'll make it reckless too, so I have advantage.
You have advantage because they are held. So you don't have to use reckless if you don't want to.
Oh, okay. So I was gonna whack him in the face.
Okay.
That is a 18 to hit.
That is a miss.
Nope. Oh wait, I didn't, because I'm supposed to add my strength because I'm raging. Or...
do you add strength? I think that's just a damage, isn't it?
I believe it's half strength to hit strength damage. I don't know. It's been a hot minute since I played any.
It's normal to hit. It is a special modifier to damage that you add. It's still strength and proficiency for hitting.
Oh, okay, never mind then.
Okay, so
Wait,
18 to hit.
and I'll whack him again.
Okay.
That's another 25.
That's it. Well, that's the hit.
And that's 5 slashing damage, and then just 1 cold damage from my little gem thingy.
Question: is this paladin mounted, or the Narzagon mounted?
They have not summoned their nightmare. No.
Hopefully, it stays that way.
Well, they keep being held.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah. Okay, and it doesn't get anything when you hit it. Navira.
Let's see if this goes a little bit better. You said I have advantage?
Yes.
And
Oh, yeah.
he does not get to make a save when he takes damage. He does get to on the end
Right.
of each turn. I believe.
Right. Yeah. That's what I just looked up. Because hold monster is good.
29.
No, miss. It's hell. Hit.
All right. I use level 2. Just how many? It's been a hot minute since I've actually had to.
Okay. So it's 1d8 plus spell level, so it's 3. Plus they are a fiend, so it's another 1. So it's 4d8, is that right?
So I have 2d8 for first spell level plus 1d8 for every spell level but first, so 4 plus, so it'd be 5, right? So that's what I've written here.
Yeah, I think it would be 5.
5?
What?
Okay.
What? 5d8. What spell smite are you casting?
Second,
Just divine smite.
Divine Smite. God, all my d8s have suddenly magically
That's-
mysteriously disappeared.
4d8, I think.
Oh, it's 5 because it's extra for a fiend.
No, because it's whatever. Sure. I'm bad at math.
Plus 2d6 for my sword. Plus plus I reroll 1s and 2s. Plus the ridiculous amount of numbers I get to add after all of that. All
That's where the
right.
fun begins.
Okay, is that a 1 or a 7? That's. Oh, what was it not? Good numbers. All right, so 7, 13, 21, 23, 25, 32, 37, 40.
37?
40.
40. Oh, that makes my math easier.
40.
Okay.
That's my first attack.
That's your first attack.
Second attack. Where's my other? There we go. 26.
Is a hit.
All right. Let's reroll at least one things again. Is that the right amount of d8? It is not. God, I have so many freaking dice. Okay, there we go. Okay, so 10, 11, 19, 23, 26, 31, 39.
That will kill the Narzagon. So you slash into this thing with Redeemer, and it's paralyzed, and kind of as you hit it, it starts to unparalyze, and it's like Raiders from the Lost Ark. It just kind of like bursts and starts to melt. Oh no, you killed it in hell, so that means it's destroyed forever. And it just kind of bursts and hits the ground. All of its kind of armor and bits kind of hit and roll into the river Styx.
Does the infernal tack roll into the river Styx?
I'm going to say, let me roll for that. Yes.
Damn it.
So So, anything else on your turn, Navira?
Just look intimidating as hell.
Okay. So, the metalist album cover ever, just on the front of this boat.
Sword out, mask on.
Mask on.
Just covered in flames.
Good to
Kriv
know
just,
we're
like,
still really good at that.
Mm-hmm.
Kriv just has big, like, anime eyes next to you. He's so happy.
Okay. Raistlin looks at the remaining Maragon and just says, "Let's fucking go, dudes." And he'll cast his own. He's just gonna cast Magic Missile and just pepper them, and they don't have very many hit points left, so they're gonna fall apart as well. I mean, let me confirm, but yeah. So he just kind of peppers them with Magic Missile, and they similarly, less coolly, because they're not important boss monsters, they hit the river Styx and kind of fall apart, and they're like putties from the Power Rangers. And Raistlin kind of slumps over and says, "No one said this would be easy, I suppose."
I didn't think that was so hard.
Also, why did you do that?
I'm a bit on edge. I'm sorry. That was perhaps ill considered. I didn't want them to return news to Zariel that we were here. But they can't now, can they?
I suppose not, but would it also be very wise for us to not draw any more attention to ourselves?
You are correct. The ferryman's like, okay, we'll just keep going. And Raistlin kind of slumps over and he says, I am sorry, but
Arthur is going to try and use Mei-chan to, like, fish around for anything valuable that the paladin might have dropped into the river Styx.
I'm not giving you that infernal tech. It's a legendary item. Hey, well, let's see. What does it say? Oh, it just says you need to be
Evil.
Yeah, evil. Yeah, I'm not giving that to you. Sorry, dude.
It's fine. It's fine. I'll pull out like a helmet or something, and I'll just kind of chuck it back in.
Okay. So Raistlin kind of leans on his staff and starts to take what seems like a short rest as you all keep pushing forward on the river Styx.
That's a great idea. Can we do that?
Sure, yeah. Anyone is free to take a short rest.
I literally don't think I can benefit from one.
As a sorcerer, you might get sorcery points back. Let's see.
Do I?
But you also may not benefit from a short rest. Not every class does. Let's see. You don't get them back on a short rest. Yeah, you can get hit points back. You sorcerers may not get anything back on short rests.
No, not until 20th level.
Oh, what a perk.
Yeah, that's their capstone. Oh, they get 4 sorcery points back. Ooh.
Yeah, well, if it makes you feel any better, none of the capstones are good. So.
Well, the paladin ones are great.
Yeah, well. Oh, there was a. Anyway. Okay. So you all push forward. As you do, pushing forward, you can see there is a ominous-looking tower ahead of you, at the mouth of a big cave and in a scary-looking mountain range. Scary. It's all scary. It's hell. And as you approach it, in the distance, on the horizon, as circling the tower, as it spots you, it turns around, and it's a tall, like 9 foot tall, pale-faced devil, ostensibly, with one big horn. It looks like the other horn's broken. It's wearing dark robes, and it's riding on a winged horse. And Raistlin says, "Oh, good, our backup's here." And it lands, and Raistlin says, "Everyone off. Ferryman, is there like a code where you don't have to tell people where we sent you?" No. And Raistlin just hands him more money, and he's like, "That's fine." Takes money. Pushes off. Okay. So, Raistlin turns to look at you and looks at all of you and says, "We make preparations here. We'll have to deal with the moron in the tower and then into Tiamat's lair herself. Kind of, everyone, this is Venger. Venger, everyone.
Venger.
Venger."
Kind of just gonna look at the rest of the party and then look back to Venger. Hello, Venger.
Hello. And that's where we'll end the episode.
Venger.
It's Venger. It's his name.
It's a normal ass name.
It's
Actually, for a devil, I forget how infernal names are. I retract my incredulity.
well, he's also from a cartoon, so
Oh, is he from the Dungeons and Dragons?
he's from the Dungeons and
cartoon?
Dragons cartoon. Yes, I will.
As soon as Andy said we were going after Tiamat, that was my first thought is, oh, Dungeons and Dragons cartoon. This is going to be...
Yeah, I will post a picture of him in chat, and he's voiced by Optimus Prime. So I tried to do an Optimus
my
Prime
God.
impression. But yes, outros and plugs. Daniel.
Hi, my name's Daniel. I have a torn ACL, and you can find me at LightningFast11 on Twitter. That's why I missed the last Stars Without Number, I think. I don't remember. I was kind of delirious.
You didn't miss anything.
No, you were
we
there.
haven't had it yet.
Yeah, we haven't had it yet.
Oh,
We haven't done it post your...
Then what did I miss? I missed something. I don't remember what it was. Anyways, I digress. Hi. Be careful while skiing.
Liz.
Hi, I'm Liz. I am in sort of good health, so I didn't miss anything. But I'm here if you need me.
Jay.
Hi, I'm Jay. I guess I'm in good health, just really tired all the time. Yeah, I'm also here, and also on Twitter if you feel the need for that for some.
And Mira.
Hi, I'm Mira. I'm in good health as well. I'm just emotionally exhausted, but good thing about D&D, it helps with that. So, play D&D.
I agree.
You
Yeah.
can find me Twitter, Instagram, @BirdsandNerds. I am not posting a whole lot of work right now. Might not be for a little while. Still working on a lot of different stuff.
Thank you for being our pure of heart person.
I mean, someone's got to do it, and it sure ain't me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Andy Hatton. You can follow me on Twitter at Andy Hatton if you want for some reason, or Laugh Iron and Dragon. We're here every Monday and Wednesday, and yeah, check it out. Next week, Monday will probably be more Andy Makes a Friend because I'm in finish these homebrews mode. And then Wednesday is Star Chasers, where they're going to the neutral planet of Geneva to talk to a bunch of druids, probably. It's going to be fun. It's going to be great. And then join us here next time for more adventures in hell. Have a great night, everybody.